Oh, Lorda, Lorda, what are you gonna do, Lordy? Hi, Stanley. Hi, welcome to my tube. My tiny little tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heoka, empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. That's the cat jumping up. He's gonna go over onto the table and drink out of my mom's water cup. 'Cause that's what he does this time of evening. Pretty regular every night. That's his new thing. It's his new pattern until he does something different. Huh, Stanley? Oh, he's going the other way. Alright then. Just cruise around. So, I called this little talk today. What did I call this little talk today? One time on the island of Crete. Yeah, I've talked about these stories before, but I got props today. I found some old pictures. And I was like, I've had several awakenings in my life. And I just look at an awakening as simply as I see the world different now. And how I used to see the world, that world doesn't exist anymore. That's what an awakening is for me. And I went to Operation Iraqi bullshit. I had actually a very pleasant experience there. I have the pictures to prove it. Here, this is the picture that is the thumbnail on my talk today, is the view from my hotel room. That hotel is still around. It's called the Panorama. I'm not allowed to post on there. All I did was, I went over there. I said, I stayed there for Operation Iraqi bullshit. I said the staff was really nice to me, but I'm so silly. I'm so gullible. I think people are nice because they're nice. No, people are nice because they're staff. That, they get paid to be nice to you, and they're probably talking shit about you the whole time. But I thought they were nice. They even let me take their picture with them, So what I learned about what the here's another picture. This is me in the infinity pool. This is wartime, mind you. Okay? And this is the other. See, I stayed here at the Panorama in this hotel because this hotel, this is where all the bros stay. It's called the Sun. The Sun. Yeah. Yeah, the Sun. Anyway. Oh, here's more people being nice. I smoked cigarettes back then. So, that's where you go to buy the cigarettes and the stuff like that. At the little... Okay, so, anyway, that's what I learned that all this stuff was about. That really... I mean, it's like a paid vacation for a lot of these guys. Us going into countries we got no business being in. Killing people we got no business killing. For no good reason. But I got a lot of real good pictures. I got paid. That whole trip paid for me to go get my dog Arthur. That mom had. While I was in basic and my first duty station and stuff like that. And then I lived in the dorms and I... had to get permission to live off base. And finally, after 2.5 years, I got my dog back. Yeah, they had like the Communist Party out there marching when I was there and stuff like that, The way the world is much different than what it's presented and what we're seeing. So, I'm trying to find the picture... We did this high. Oh, here's from the infinity pool looking up with my feet. That was my room was right over here. That was my room. So, but my realization when I got there It's all... It was all just... It's the whole money thing. It's all about money. All of it is. It's just gross. That's why I could only do 6 years, man. I couldn't do that bro club for that long. I wasn't willing to hang in there for that long. There's just like, working hard. People are dying, but hey, it's alright. Get that drink on. You work hard. You earn it. You're just doing your jobs. Just doing your jobs. Oh, and the girls. There's the girls. It's not just guys. There's girls too. A lot of people doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. TDY. Why they're TDY. Anyway. And then just being in places. That's the trippy thing about energy too. Is just me being on the island of Crete. That is freaking... Woo! That's a lot of freaking energetic freaking cooperation as far as downloads and stuff like that, man. Yeah. It was the beginning of tourist season when I was there. Even though we were bombing people down in Iraq and stuff. All the areas around. Lot of misappropriation of funds. They had that's how I know it's all bullshit, because I've seen it direct with my own eyes. I was a part of it and then couldn't be a part of it anymore. And this is all the stuff that people every day that there's an opportunity to wave a flag, this is what people celebrate. And I'm just like, oh my God, man. It just doesn't even add up. It's just completely nonsense to me. And, but I got pictures in here. Maybe it's in this one. Maybe it's in this one. But this is back when the Humvee came out. And that's why that was like their coming out was to go to, drive around, freaking blow shit up in the desert. And then now I freaking hate seeing Humvees. Just like this was looking to the west from the hotel. They had like a little racetrack down here and stuff like that. All kinds of stuff to do on the island of Crete during wartime. Oh my gosh. It was a pretty cool place though. See, that's the thing, is like I've been around. I got other pictures in here. I found a picture of my buddy. We did a trip. We had a TDY up to Fairbanks, Alaska. That's at the North Pole, Alaska. They had a biker that would play Santa Claus that would come in. And you can't see these, but oh yeah, you can. That's at a place called Naughty's outside past the base. That's a mosquito made out of wood. That was a very, very big mosquito. We just drove around looking at stuff, playing tourists, and that's what people get to do. That's what, people think that freaking, military members, they're like digging ditches and stuff like that, and their lives are so hard and miserable and tough, and for a lot of these freaking people, it's a fucking paid vacation where they get paid extra. That's what I was talking about. There was a National Guard outfit outside of San Bernardino that would fly over. They never asked me, because I was never one of the cool ones, I was never one of the cool ones, which means I was a person of integrity. So I'm glad I didn't get asked. But they had their plane, and they did what we did. That's the thing, is they have all these guys that, okay, go to here and then sit and wait. Maybe we'll use you, but you'll all get paid. Right? That's how it works. And so they had these guardsmen there, and they would fly over, let's see, it kicked off March 20th, March 21st. So, midnight, 11:30, from 1 month to the next, and they do this shit all the time, fly out over into, the war zone, and then they'd get hazardous duty pay for flying out where they have no business being. They're just flying around. But they get paid extra for putting themselves in harm's way and then they fly like a half, 30 minutes in, turn around, and then come back. So that's 2 months. They get hazardous duty for the whole month and tax-free because they were in a hazardous duty zone. Yeah. These guys, that's why all these freaking military officers are freaking loaded, man. They just create reasons for them to be places for them to get paid to freaking do stuff they have no business doing. And they're out of control now, see, because a lot of these guys that were the freaking, I got pictures of them, the freaking at the headquarters with their feet up, kicking back, They give themselves all the amenities. That's the thing. They give themselves all the perks and all the, They always got the best at everything, and, Hell, they even have countries that are dry countries, and I've seen the equipment come back with freaking half, with the rest of the booze left over that was, provided for them in these countries that are dry. So I've seen so much of this shit. I'm just like, which rule book are people going by? The one that's written on paper, or the freaking swinging wiener club and what they feel like doing, and if they're important enough and they got vices, and maybe they'll share their vices with you. It's all lame. Oh, cat wants out. I think the cat was back in there. I want to find that. Where's the cat meowing from? What am I hearing? Is that the mom cat? I'm hearing it, but I can't remember. Yeah, there's one. The little one. Yeah, that's not the one I'm looking for. There you go. She wanted in with her cats, with her kittens. She was back by the door. It's like down to once a day that she wants him to nurse. Just to empty out her milk, I think. But, anyway. Where's that one picture? I guess I'll find it later. Yeah. That whole thing. My brother called the night before I got shipped out, and to make sure that I signed my power of attorney over in case something happened and I died, he'd get paid back any money that I owed him. Yep. That's just the kind of guy he is. You know what's funny? Guys like him, they behave like that, and then you say it back to them and they're like, but I didn't mean it that way. And I'm like, well, how, pray tell, did you mean it? If you meant it the ultimate, like, dickish way you could possibly mean it, you achieved. But it's just, these people that have never really had to work for much of anything in their life, they just have kind of been given stuff. This path that just, I don't know, this charmed life. But, you see them when they get old, and we're seeing them in the media. That Speaker of the House lady, her husband's one. That Duggar guy, he's one. And it's like, not only are they freaking scumbags and they do, terrible things. Drinking and driving. I used to drink and drive, too. I was a person that drank and drove. Until I met so many people that killed people from driving drunk. And I'm just like, I don't want to be one of them. I don't want to be on that one of the list of things that I've done. I don't want that to be on it. So, I just don't drink. And I think about all the people, but he had to show off, in his Porsche, because big important old guys, you got to know who they are, man. And then what does he do? He backpedals. Oh, they explain away. You can't mansplain that away. You got in trouble. You got arrested because you freaking wrecked your Porsche that your wife bought you, and there's no accountability, right? That's the thing. And we're going to see more and more of this stuff. Because, man, how people's true nature and their true character, we got a lot of people that have been acting one kind of way, but in real life, they're living another kind of way. And people cannot live these double lives. They can't keep it up, man. And once you start lying and stuff and keeping track, it's just, you can't do it. And now everybody's like waiting to bust people. All over the place, people are waiting to bust people. I found my hat. I thought it was gone. Thought it was gone forever. This is my Alaska hat. When I went on that trip, got that there. Found a pair of shorts that I thought were gone forever too. I had a really hard day, honestly. I just had a hard day. It's just another day. Just another day of the same thing. Doing the same stuff. Just another day. And then that's why I wanted to go in and look at those pictures and stuff and be, remind myself that I've done a lot of things. And I've gone a lot of places. I've made some stuff happen and I just, it wasn't any small feat getting to fucking New Mexico from Salem, Oregon, I can tell you that, but I just feel like that I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I've been in limbo for 5 years. I really have, and now it's like the world's waking back up. For a little while they're gonna open stuff back up again for until the next thing, and then it'll snap up again. But I see, I get my feelings hurt. I see all this life going on, and I wanted to go back to Redding. I wanted to go back to Northern California and make my home there, and and it just wasn't meant to be, and get my feelings hurt. And so all these people are doing all this stuff that I was like, man, I'll get a place and I'll get to go to do this, and I'll get to go do that, and take pictures of all these places and all these events and do all these things, and just wasn't meant to be. And so, we get diverted to New Mexico, and then now, we're looking for our forever home. We've been here, our time here is about wrapping up where we're at, and it's just like, it's just getting harder and harder to find places. Like in the last year and a half, it's just I've been looking, but it's been getting harder and harder. And now it's just, I've always let God direct and guide my life, because that's just something that Mom pressed upon when I was younger, and I'm glad for that, because I have to have faith in something outside myself. Because if I look at stuff that I've done, I'd feel like a failure, because I can't make stuff happen, and I get real upset when you get these people that have never freaking had anything bad happen in their fucking lives, seemingly. And they talk about, oh, you can make anything happen. You manifest everything. Or the ones that say that we freaking, like Dolores Cannon, I was listening to her today, and how we make all this stuff happen. And I was like, oh, I can see that. I could see me talking shit in the ethers and the other worlds, going, I'll get through life. And I'll do it, I'll prove that people can do it without friends, and they can do it all by themselves, right? And then I get this life, and then I'm just giving an example about how much it sucks to have to go through life doing stuff by yourself. It's really quite freaking funny. It really is. It's freaking fucking hilarious, man, what this life in this world has turned into. I go outside. I go out in the world. I don't go anywhere. I'm like on reserve. I'm like, I don't want to spend any money. I don't want to, I just want to freaking find a place for us, and then go and then be there. And then start life. Maybe have people come visit. Who knows? Who knows what I don't even know what the future holds, man. I just know that the media and the everything, every time I freaking go outside of myself, and when I say that, like picking up this or looking on my computer, which I don't look on my computer. I look, it's this. Every time I go out into the world via this, I'm just like, ugh, it's gross. It's gross. And it doesn't matter where I go. Doesn't matter what browser I use. It's just more people in their gluttony, whatever their gluttony is. More people in their gluttony. You know, my gluttony, I gotta be fair. Let's look at what my gluttony is, because when I'm not balanced, I live in my gluttony. You know, I'm not 5'3", I'm not even 5'4". I've been 200 pounds, and I've been, you know, and that's because I didn't feel good about situations in my life, and then rather than just saying, hey, I don't feel good about this, I'm not happy about this, I would eat food to make me feel better, is what I would do. And I learned not to do that. I learned to take that energy, and then now I just say whatever's on my mind, and then I don't have any friends anyway in real life. I don't. It's just weird. Having relationships have always been, and it's like, I don't know, we just have moved around so much, you know. I've never had that sense of community. I would like to experience that. And like, I mean, even when no, because, well, when you're in like groups like AA, shit like that, it's like, yeah, you're a part of, it's just because, you know, nobody ever got me a job, though. Nobody I knew ever got me a job. As a matter of fact, a couple people probably kept me from getting a job. Hey there, Plowman. At Gallup, I never got past the personality test. They have a personality test at Gallup, and I'm just like, you know, everything's a club, and I've never fit in anywhere where I'm like, man, this is where I'd like to be for the rest of all days. And there's been times that I used to wake up and, you know, I don't know, wake up and be joyful at least, and God, so these days I struggle to wake up and be joyful from the get-go, because it's just another day and more of the same. But I know when things shift, I'm going to long for these quiet days. I know that there's days I'm going to long for these quietness of these days, but I don't real do real good with idle. I never really have. So I've been lifting a lot of weights and things like that to stay busy, and working in the yard. I just have a little weed whacker, so I've been trying to keep the maintenance in the yard up, and just, you know, because I can't not. Because if I'm like freaking sitting around too much, I start here, you know, there's all these other things you can be doing, Marge. So I can't even be lazy when I want to be lazy. Freaking sucks. What are you going to do? Anyway, tomorrow's another day.